Well, what do you want? Can't you see? I'm all cozy. I'm sleepy. Ask what you wanted. I need to sleep.
Let's go.
The moment I became a Khaldun, I saw the Uyezd in a completely different light. There is no such place where a demon wouldn't hide. You just noticed? Your own chores are also a giant pain.
Feels like it was all...
I felt this way also, when I first stepped into the ethereal world.
I feel as if I've been asleep for all my life.
They say the changelings learn a lot from evil spirits.
That's true. The Binding's been teaching me. Urged me on with burning coals, so I would learn better. Well, now I know quite a bit.
Like a witch?
Well, maybe not like a witch. I'm nowhere close to you. I know a thing or two, though. About herbs, talismans, and so on. Maybe I'll help you sometime.
Let's go. We'll talk later.
Hello to you, witch! The talk of the Uyezd is that you're a powerful knower, so I came to you. I brought some bread. It's stale, but it's a technique in our cemetery terrorizing the entire area. She died, you see, but hadn't passed on her shorts. You know how it goes.
Very well. I'll drop by when I'm near.
You hear the loud cries of an infant coming from the woods. Is this a demon's trick or an actual child? You can't. You see a defenseless infant lying between the branches of a split tree. There are some gifts for the Leshy nearby. It seems that the peasants left their child in hopes that he would be cured of a disease. As a rule, the baby is left for several days in a forest in the hope of a miracle. You know well that the Leshy won't bother to help the child get well. This infant won't survive the night out here on its own. You think about what to do next. You bring the child to the closest village and steal the Leshy's gifts. You get lucky and quickly find the child's parents. You explain to them the dangers of such treatment and tell them to come to you for advice and herbs. The parents look scared, and it seems that they've learned their lesson. You notice a familiar silhouette of the wooden church among the branches. You decide to come inside and rest a bit from... At night, the roads of Perm province are not the safest of places for the common folk. This time, it is not demons that block your path, but rather 3 highwaymen. You finally reach the changeling bride's home village. Houses are scattered among grim firs. You feel the presence of evil spirits, and the book also seems to tremble with anticipation. You soon find the Izba, where the presence of evil spirits is strongest. As you approach, you hear the shrill cries of a baby coming from inside. The bride bites her lip and shifts from one foot to the other. You sigh. You'll need to make the first move.
Who goes there? My baby can't sleep. Who are you girls? What do you need?
Your child is a demon. See for yourself. The Abdericha's changeling lies in the cradle, looking exactly like a human baby. How can I make him show his true form?
You begin to whisper a prayer, but the child is not calming down. The Banya bride quickly walks up to the baby and tosses it over her shoulder.
Christ's kingdom, what are you doing, you witch?
Take a look at who you're raising.
The crying baby turns into a piece of wood.
Step aside. Hide over the stove.
As soon as the mother and daughter climb above the stove, the log attacks you. The bride tells her mother who she is. They hug. You can only guess how it feels to lose 18 years of your life. At the same time, the log turns into black smoke and sweeps into the black book. You feel dizzy. The world turns around you in a violent gale, disappearing in flames. Everything becomes dark.
Impressive. And only all that's left is to open the seal. As I told you, you are very talented.
Why are the seals blocked with passes? Was the book written by the people of Perm?
Nothing of the sort. The book changes, adapts. I think the book has been testing you. If you could not figure out the primitive symbols of the truths, you would be unworthy of it.
It's time for me to return to the light.
Is that all you wished to ask me? Very well. You may go. We will meet again when you break the water seal. I would, however, think carefully on the subject of our next chat if I were you. Me being such a priceless assistant.
Wake up, Vasya! Vasilisa!
Grandpa?
Well, have you come to your senses? How did you end up here? A minute ago, no one was here.
You tell old Yegor about your meeting with the Chort.
So the second seal is gone. Now it's time for a water one. Good job, Vasya. Good job. We might actually make it. Well, you rest a bit now, before your next task.
Well met. Here, I brought a gift for you. Salt. Hear me out, please. I'm from Ust-Barovsk. I have a salt factory there. I'm Pahom Nikolaevich, the manager. My business is quite serious. I need to speak to you eye to eye.
You need to speak to Vasilisa. She's the one in charge here now.
A knower girl? That's a dangerous job.
No such thing as a safe job. Everything is as God wills it.
It is as you say. God abandoned our salt works. One day there's some noise in the salt oven. Another, some shadows near the salt boxes.
So what? I see nothing strange. These things happen all over the gubernia.
This is true. However, there was no brine at first. And the other day some workers went missing. It's been several days. The police don't care. They say they'll be back. I've already organized my own guards. I myself saw a kind of shadow near the barns. I was told you can help me deal with spirits, and so I came here.
I won't leave you hanging.
But if we help you, don't forget about our reward. Perhaps you have some ancient or consecrated item?
Don't worry about that. We won't forget. The main thing is that we find who is to blame.
Have you had any arguments with the Vodyanoi?
With the Vodyanoi? He doesn't give us any trouble in the factory. I'm a God-fearing man. We offered our Vodyanoi vodka and baked treats.
All right, I'll take a look at your factory.
I organized transportation for you. They'll get you to the station. There, the manager will show you the way to the factory. Go as soon as you're ready. I'll go on ahead. Well, see you soon.
God himself sent him, Vasya. There you will break your seal. If only I had some Kupala salve, I could get there instantly. Oh, well, when Kupala comes, I'll get the required herbs. Get to it.
So I rolled up a cigarette. And then I tell him, spicing it up with curses. Then he crowed and disappeared. Happened this year in the hunting season.
Was he also asking about your daughter?
Come on, Your Excellence. Every knowledgeable passerby thinks he has to pull my leg.
God bless.
God bless.
The nobleman glances.
There aren't any horses at the station.
Really? And what about your Sivka?
The Sisetko's been riding that one for 7 nights straight. She doesn't let anybody near. You have to wait for fresh post horses. They're due in the morning.
And listen to Samson's tall stories. My name is Alexander. My companion is none other than the station caretaker.
My name is Vasilisa. I'm going to the Uzbarovsk factory.
You won't make it far without a carriage at this hour. We can play some cards while we wait. Where are you from?
From Vilgard. I have business at the factory. The horses could bring me only as far as this station.
The locals perhaps are afraid of riding in the direction of the factory.
Well, what do you expect? The factory is haunted, and now demons have snipped the telegraph lines. What a mess. At this rate, we'll be left without a Tsar.
Will we get to Urolka with this horse?
Sure, if Sivka comes to its senses. Doesn't look like it, though.
I want to ask about something else. I'll go check on your livestock. Maybe I can calm it down.
Go on. His Excellence also has places to go. He's been...
Fedka, go shoot some magpies on the street. I'm sick of their calling. The This cart has seen better days.
The persistent neighing of a horse can be heard from the stables. When you come closer, you see a black shadow shuffling around the animal. You take a closer look and recollect your grandfather's lessons. This is a susiedka. You're sure of it.
Oh, a witch! Do your folk have a coven here, or something?
Why do you torture the animal? A Sosietko is supposed to look after the horses, not torture them.
So you see me? What of it? This animal is the wrong color. It's not like that of the master.
The color is wrong. What color do you require?
Oh, I'd be happy even with a small, puny horse, but it should be the same color of the master's beard. If I waste this one, he'll buy a new one.
I'm telling you as one susietka to another. Do you see that girl's book?
Of course I do.
So if you're such a specialist in colors, take a look at its cover. All the Zagavars in there are for getting rid of susietkas. Believe me, I know.
My, oh my.
The domovoi hisses like an angry cat. The spirit jumps off the horse and disappears into it.
Oh, Vasilisa. So, how's the horse?
I managed to calm the animal down. I made arrangements with the Sosietko.
Well, what do you know? All right. I'll get you where you need.
Thank you for not sharing any more of these wonderful stories.
They aren't stories, that's what happened.
The caretaker points in the direction of Ust-Urolka, and the cart with Alexander in it departs to Logova village. As you plan your next moves, you're interrupted by a shadow that appears suddenly on the road. For a moment, the shadow stops, but then quickly approaches you. Soon, a peasant stands before you with a heavy club in his hand.
Who goes there?
I'm from Vilgurt. I'm headed to the salt works.
Cross yourself first.
I won't cross myself.
Away! Away!
The peasant flees. In a moment, the sound of... The telegraph wires stretch between the poles like the strings of a giant spindle.
Oh, Lord. How do I even begin my journey there? My lord, I'm scared. Did you hear what they were saying on the station?
I'll show you, Scad.
Good evening.
Let God arise, and his foes vanish.
Oh, damn you. Who goes there?
My name is Vasilisa. I'm going to the Usturolsk factory.
Good lord. Why are you roaming around at night? We're up to our necks as it is. I'll get this Samson. He scared all the neighborhood.
I'm telling you, I saw it with my own eyes. Under the poles, the tracks are human, and then they turn into hoof tracks. I'm not going there. You go if you need it.
Mind who you're talking to. I'm the monitor.
Well, good luck fixing it. And cheer up.
The factory's over there. You won't miss it.
Just before dawn, the village is still, wrapped in icy dew. You're greeted by the whisper of a stream, a breath of damp wind, and the faint song of peasants who stayed up late. The quiet melody restores your powers. You pass the tranquil settlement and go to a crossroads. Looks like some chorts are hiding here. You reach the factory office. They were expecting you, and you soon meet the manager.
Ah, Vasilisa, you're here? Good.
Yes, the Lord surely helped. You really don't know what's been going on? In the other village, God knows what's been going on. Demons are cutting the wires.
That's all bad news. If I knew beforehand, they also get scared in the dark. Well, I'm sure it will work out. The main thing right now is to figure out what's been going on here. And what's most important is to go on making salt.
All right, time to get to work. I'll find this factory chort.
Oh, thank you, Vasilisa. Rest.
Listen, Proshka, can you see the demons at the factory with those demon eyes of yours?
Bah, evil spirits are everywhere. I'm sure we'll meet some at the factory. That doesn't mean we're always the ones to blame.
Well, actually, usually does.
That's just the way your Khaldoons tell it. Look at me. I'm kindness and fluffiness itself.
True, but before you I saw countless chorts, but none of them were fluffy, if you will.
You just need to get to know them better.
Right.
Wake up, it's done already. Pahom wants you in his office. Are you a new salt carrier? All right, I don't have much time. Don't forget to close the door.